Okay, just let me share my screen. All right, hi guys, welcome to Star Symphony. This is Shahs, the founder of the project, and let me bring you on a journey into Symphonia. And let the story begin. So, with me is Yui, my assistant, and together we will be your tour guide into the magical land of Symphonia. So, what is Star Symphony? We are an NFT game that revolutionizes how games, art, and music is perceived and used around the world. Through our efforts, it unlocks new possibilities, limitless expansions, and tangible income opportunities. So in Star Symphony, we have three major pillars. We start with a rhythm game that entices GameFi enthusiasts and attracting content creators to join us. The second pillar is our anime, where we stand together with our community to conceptualize, build, and materialize a whole new Symphonia. And the last pillar is our platform, Star Trek. It is the ultimate end goal to build a music NFT streaming platform. However, this is extremely difficult and far-fetched idea. Hence, we have the first two pillars to build the community and extend the reach and collect audiences before the last phase. So on the game, okay, we talk about the audiences. We have four major genre of audiences, which includes play-to-earn gamers, rhythm gamers, anime lovers, and musicians across the globe. And now we move to the game itself. Okay, Star Symphony, the story begins in Symphonia, where the world is corrupted by the dark spirits, and the only way to purify this darkness is through music. Our players are the reincarnations of amazing musicians that stands against this darkness and ultimately seals this darkness again into the Tower of Stars as Star Guardians. There are multiple ways for users to earn from this. First of all is our general gaming experience, where they earn our melody tokens, and through tournaments and competitions, they win symphony tokens. And from our various different types of special events, they can also win exclusive NFT drops. So what makes us really different, really unique, is we use the community crowdsourcing approach that allows content creators to provide their music, and we will convert that into part of the game. We bitmap it, and also we have very unique skill systems that is not commonly found in rhythm games in the market, not even in Web2. And in fact, in rhythm games on blockchain itself is hardly to be seen in the space. Another major element that we have is elemental spirits that provide unique skills and spells to our users. With the blessings of the gods of Symphonia, users can cast unique spells to opponents to disrupt their gameplay. For example, if you send an ice spell to your opponent, you will drop their opponent's game tempo from 128 BPM to 32 BPM, and this would really disrupt their opponent's game rhythm. The original batch of elemental spirits will only be made available in our Genesis NFT series. And to multiply this, it can only go through our altar system, or more commonly known as breeding system. The anime. Why an anime? We believe the most important factor in any project is the people, and a good anime creates very strong community. Like One Piece, Naruto, all this is very strong community. And an anime community is very strong, like a very strong family. Secondarily, anime is our bridge to a bigger audience that includes anime fans, cosplayers, VTubers, and also events like Cosplay Summit. This will create a secondary income stream from merchandisers and anime-based events. Then to our last pillar, Star Trek. In our last pillar, Star Trek, we enable artists and musicians to diversify their earning potential. It could be earning from every time their song is played in the game, through the marketplace, through streaming subscribers, or pay-per-use users. This opens up a whole new level of possibilities in exposure, reach, and income potential. Every profit is generated on blockchain, will be on blockchain and released according to smart contracts. On a quick overview of economic flywheel, the community, our audience plays the games, votes for contents, and potentially become our subscribers. Musicians, on the other end, is the content providers. They fill out a portion of the game content and be rewarded from the game or from Star Trek. Star Trek itself serves as the host to distribute content and distribute rewards as well. The anime serves as secondary income stream through sponsorship, partnerships, anime distributors, merchandisers, and special occasions. This will deepen the depth of our liquidities through the secondary revenue. So a quick overview of our utilities of what our tokens is used for. Gacha, NFT upgrades, breeding, equipment crafting, content submission, content voting, purchase of event tickets, subscription to Star Trek, and to pay for royalty fees as well. And last but not least, we will share a little bit about our team. So first of all, it's me, myself, Charles. I used to run a guild called Monsex Guild, and we sold it to Path Down, and currently we are part of advisory for Path. And then the rest of my team, I believe my time is up. You guys can check it out later, as this will be made public later on.
So do we do we comment or do we wait for the next guest? That's something that
yeah, I'm not sure too.
I think they mentioned that.
Hello there. For judges, you only get 1.5 minutes. So let's start with the panel jury. Let's start with Dinesh.
The host is supposed to say something.
I'm waiting for the host.
Yeah.
Anyway, good to listen to the presentation. While we wait, though, could I just understand how you monetize it? Is it by using your token and selling that, or
You're talking from which perspective? Monetizing from my perspective or
from the business perspective?
From business perspective, first of all, our NFT sales, secondary will come from our gachas. So for every time a new player wants to start the game, they will go through a gacha. Well, we are going to make it on the Oracle system, it will be fixed to $50. So no matter when time flies to enter the game, it's always at a fixed price.
All right, allow me to remind you, one judge is only given 1.5 minutes.
Sorry?
Right, one judge is only given one judge is only given a half minute. So let's start with Robert.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess start with me on my comments. I think it's right now I continue. I really couldn't. So like I said, I think there's a good element of combining the creators economy into the play to earn game. Like as usual, right? The play to earn game right now is facing a problem on how do you do the deflationary technique, right? But it looks like that what I'm trying to understand is you probably have the user generated model to help the deflationary component. But it's a good idea. I see that, but also it's about the connectivity between the three pillars that I'm not able to fully understand yet from the presentation. I could guess, but it's not fully explained yet.
Understood. Time constraints, sir.
Yes, I know. So that's my comment. I don't know who's next.
Let's go with Dinesh.
Pardon?
Let's go with Dinesh. You have 1.5 minutes.
Okay, cool. All right. So here's my question. Okay, so regarding towards your project, like how Will and Robert had the statement towards to the fact that how do you tokenize, how do you utilize your tokenomics, and concurrent statement towards to Robert's fact that how do you gel all of the current three segments where you're having the anime, the game, and the music segments. So on those perspectives, how do you encourage people to come in and be a part of your community over there?
Okay, I believe
functions that pushes you all to build a greater good within the community.
Okay. Perhaps this is very related between the first two pillars, because whatever we are trying to build now is a lot of games will focus on gameplay experience, but I think for ourselves, the very first portion that we're going to tackle is the user experience. As you're coming into the game, across the user journey, the whole story is supposed to be correlated from the game, slowly moving into the anime. So these two actually tied together. That means the characters that you use from the game itself is related with the anime. It's actually cross. If you come across games something similar to like Idol Master or Bank Dream, these are both previous rhythm games that went into anime segment, and they have very good successful track record as before. So what we're trying to do is a little bit similar, but on a different level scale is we want the community to build the anime storyline together with us. So that means you will look at things like fan wars, when they go crazy with like for example, Andrea fan club. The Andrea fan club, we definitely want Andrea to be the main character. And the Chloe fan club, we want Chloe to be the main character. So this will create a very strong of new content and very strong of new users. They want to pull more people into their fan club as well. And this will all link up together. We have more user base created through this as well.
Okay, so your basic principles of driving the community module inside is towards to guilds and DAOs and fan clubs.
Guilds and Downs is definitely going to be one portion, or possibly in the very beginning, it is going to be a very major portion. But for us to work, it has to be on retail.
So you all are going to go on the retail perspective of it.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
Again, Guilds and Downs, look at major games, they hold less than 10% of the entire game.
True.
Yeah.
So coming to that, let's say I'm a gamer, right?
Yeah.
Why would I be so interested into playing your game? What makes your game so unique that I would be so intrigued by it? Like gives me the pizzazz.
All right,
Okay,
everybody.
let's put it this way. Have you played games
All
like
right,
Ultra Jam?
everybody. Time's up. We are moving on to the next project now. Because due to our time constraint, thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you, Project Star Symphony.
All right, okay. So have you played games like O2 Jam or Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Okay. Imagine this is the bridge between two, where you're playing a rhythm game and you can sabotage your opponents.
Thank you very much. We're moving on to the
I'm
next
sorry,
project
we
now.
can't hear. It's a
Okay.
bit...
Okay. Imagine you're like playing O2 Jam, you're playing a rhythm game, at the same time you can sabotage your opponents' unique skill sets. So in a way that the game is never the same. There's constantly a change because of the different skills involved in the game. So there'll be a lot of spells across that. Yeah,
All
you
right.
can actually use it
Thank
to-
you, Star Symphony Project. We will have to be moving on to the next project now. All right. Okay.
Okay. They'll be moving on to the next project.
Yes, we're moving on to
Okay.
the next project now. Thank you. Due to time
All
constraints.
right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your comments.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Pleasure to be here today.
Hi, pleasure to meet you.
Hi, Eugene.
Yes, so I guess the clock has started ticking. I'm Eugene. I'm the co-founder at Avium, and let me share my screen. So I have only 5 minutes today, but I will use the first 3 minutes to share with you the story of Avium, because at core, Avium is about creating the best Web3 experience, and brand creation is a lot about storytelling. The story of Avium is one about surpassing your limit. It is inspired by my co-founder, Ivan, who is the founder of EVOS, the largest esports organization in Southeast Asia, with winning world championships with tens of millions of fans. But Ivan didn't have it easy. He was diagnosed with Kennedy disease, a genetic uncurable disease that rendered him immobile, sometimes requiring wheelchair. But Ivan never gives up, and Avium is inspired by Ivan's story to chase your passion, to pursue your dreams, and to become limitless. So, gentlemen and ladies, I present to you the Avium animation story.
Sometimes you'll feel lost, frustrated, like the world is against you. But there's always a way out. It's your choice whether to take it and go. You will hit obstacles, but that's part of the journey. Just keep doing what you love. You will find that spark, that idea, that moment, which will create everything. Life has no limitations, except for the ones you make for yourself.
I think it's not playing.
Now, the main character of this animation is Ivan himself. You can see him sitting on the wheelchair, and the walls are stories of him building EVOS, creating the brand, and winning world championship. And so I spent the first 3 minutes of the pitch explaining to you, sharing with you the story of Avium. Now I'm going to spend 1 minute to connect to you at a logical level what is Avium? The exact summary: we are building the metaverse Hollywood at the heart of Southeast Asia, with 3 points. Problem statement is that there's no ecosystem or Hollywood for animation or film industry in Southeast Asia, despite the presence of many top-tier studios, many of whom Avium work with. There's a lack of funding, resources, and distribution. Our solution at Avium is to bring builders, studios, fundings, and community supporters together in a unified ecosystem covering all aspects of IP creation process, leveraging on Web3. This is a blue ocean opportunity to define an entirely new category of metaverse content, creating the metaverse Hollywood. The vision is to design the ultimate Web3 experience, bringing together top-tier partners in every aspect to create the open metaverse, enabling the passion and building the dreams of a community. So in the interest of time, I will skip through the 10 pages of slides that I've prepared that shows concretely how we are going to achieve our ambition. I'm going to jump straight to the last slide, which is the ask. But I'm not here to ask you for angel investment or funding. I'm here to invite you to join our Avium Limitless journey to build the open metaverse together with us at the heart of Southeast Asia. You can use the Discord link in this page. You can screenshot it to read more about Avium, to read about Limitless, to join us on the Avium Discord, to hang out with our community members, and we strongly encourage you to book a chat with our founding team. We are fully docs, and we would love to have a one-on-one conversation with all of you so that we can share the vision behind Avium and how you can play a part in this open metaverse. And finally, we also encourage you to apply for Avium Founders Pass whitelist. It is free to mint, but we're very methodological about selecting the whitelist because we want to build an exclusive community of 999 holders who wants to be a part of the Avium open metaverse. Metaverse is essentially an opportunity for us to start afresh, to equalize opportunity, for a chance for everyone to own something together. And in this case, ownership of the metaverse Hollywood. We invite you to embrace the Avium Cube, to join us in this Avium role, the place where we build dreams and enable passion for Avium for all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, for panel of juries, I will now select two. You are only given 1.5 minutes. Let's start with William.
Thank you. I can hear you a bit better now. So just to understand, you are creating a metaverse. Is that the short kind of description of what you're doing? Because that's kind of different than bringing studios and the content creators together, because that's only part of a metaverse. So you're kind of saying you don't want to be within any of the competing metaverses. You're basically creating metaverse.
So it is, well, I think a great question, Bill. And the definition of metaverse is debatable as well. But ultimately, what we're trying to do is a brand building exercise to create an ecosystem where everyone can own part of Avium and build together in the Avium metaverse ecosystem. So it's not straightforward to compare to explain to you because it's a new space and we are doing very innovative stuff. But yeah, I would encourage I would love to speak to you. Exactly. I would love to speak to you through a one-on-one session on what we're trying to build. But to answer your question, we are trying to build an ecosystem to build the Hollywood of metaverse, not the metaverse itself.
Okay, I have a hard time understanding that, but anyway, next, you remember.
Yes, I can try to expand more on this, Will. So the difference with metaverse and the Hollywood of metaverse is that, well, metaverse itself, it could be other side. For example, YouGolab is trying to do that, but we are trying to build the Hollywood for metaverse, meaning we gather content creator, producers, editors, script writers, casting. We gather all of these people together to build content in the open metaverse.
All right.
That's a distinction.
Can we have some comments from Suresh? And usually, can you please stop screen sharing, please? Thank you.
All right. Hi. Okay.
Hello.
First of all, your the background voice of the video just now sounded like Optimus Prime from Transformers. Right. Okay. Anyway, my my thought is this. All right, when you come for a pitching session,
Correct.
it should have been a pitching. All right.
Correct.
You can't get people to say that I will talk to you personally and stuff like that, because thousands of people are watching this, right? That is my first comment on this. All right, you can't simply come around, and because I'm an academic, all right, and I won't agree when you just come around and say, oh, come and join us, and I'll meet you personally and speak to you. All right, that's not right.
Correct.
Okay, that is one. Number two, all right. As William put just now, even I am also not very clear on what you tried to say. Actually, how are you going to bring these people together? You need to communicate to a certain extent. Say you want to make a movie. You have a script writer, your directors. How are you going to do that? And how are they going to monetize it? That area is still not very clear.
Exactly.
on whatever you mentioned just now.
Correct. Thanks so much, Suresh. And I would say even 5 minutes is not enough to communicate our vision. I would love to speak with all of you to understand what we're building and join us in this journey. I apologize for my form of pitching, which I think is unconventional, but in my opinion, is the most effective way to help us gain engagement to gather builders in our ecosystem.
I know,
Thank you.
You just need to position yourself inside the space of all kinds of enterprises and ideas.
Correct.
And so you need to have a headline that should take you 10 seconds to say, and then we kind of know where you are and what you are about, right?
Correct. Thanks so much.
All right, time's up. Next, we'll have our next project for Mummy.io.
Hey,
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'll dive right in. Countdown's going. So I'm Lee. I'm a CEO at Mummy.io. We're creating a next-gen dungeon crawler MMO based on Egyptian fantasy mythology. Just share my screen now. Give me a sec. Can you see that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So we're making a next-gen dungeon crawl MMO game based on Egyptian fantasy mythology. You can immerse yourself in a mythical universe of ancient worlds with full interest in battle systems, crafting, and building relationships in-game. So what's really great is straight away, I'm going to show our first gameplay trailer. This is actually the first time we shared it with the public completely, so I'm excited to share it as well. Bear with me, let me just switch the screen here. Wasting a bit of my time here, but we're nearly here. It's going to be worth it. Okay, can everyone see that fine?
Wave upon wave of scorching desert heat. A sandstorm is gathering over the dunes, rumbling in the distance. Set's fury will soon be unleashed over the realm. I shall take you as a trophy to appease the dark gods. This ends now. Death embraces me.
And there we go. I had 10 minutes, 10 seconds to spare for the
I'll now
trying to
select two
cram it
panel
all
juries, starting with
in.
Robert and Dinesh.
All right, I guess it's my turn. Lee, it's very nice. It's Unreal 5. Everyone loves Unreal 5 in terms of immersive experience. So what I'm not able to get, I saw some of the wording. I guess the avatar and some of the digital assets are probably NFTs in this case. Am I correct to assume that the player itself basically buy their own avatar and experience the game?
Yeah, well, we're going to be releasing a wide range of different NFT collections, and we're trying not to have them as just, oh, here's your avatar, you can be this. We're trying to find a different way to implement them into the game. So we're definitely going to have multiple collections in different areas. We're looking into having companions as well. So you can have kind of a custom, unique companion that only you would have. That'll be part of your game. We're trying to make the game have implementations that would make it not as lonely as you just as being a character that I have now that runs around. So we really want to try and take advantage of the NFT technology, but bringing it in more as a way that you can share these assets that are actually unique to you. If you like a certain color and style of material, that's the one that you can go for. So there's lots of different ways we want it implemented. We do want to have custom avatars as such, but we do think that's kind of just going down the line of a loot box or a shop system, which we're really trying to make it a bit more of elements that you can share in the game.
Yeah, so like I said, I hear the theme. I think the presentation on the immersiveness is awesome. What I'm not able to get yet is what is the mechanics, on the monetization of the game, or how does it interact with the community yet, right? So these are the two parts that I could get. Everything else, like I said, the graphics and the thematic one, it's cool.
Yeah, thanks so much. Like I said halfway through, that's something I don't think there's any massive answer for all these questions yet. We know that that's the main thing with us, is to constantly engage with our community and be open that we are. That's why we're drawing with machinations to make sure that our economy system is, really thought out and make sure it's the right direction for the community. So we don't want to be a game that's promoting ourselves on play to earn. That's it. We are making a real great universe here. We want to take advantage of that technology to work with our game. So that's why, we're going to build up and be very transparent from the very start of how we're going to implement all these things.
Yeah,
yeah, definitely so.
So my last comment, it's very important. I think apparently games are going to be ultra realistic moving forward, no matter if you are centralized or decentralized. I mean, that is a must almost. But I think what makes a game on this Web3 world a bit different is the digital asset usage, or the way that the digital asset is being facilitated with the community. May that be making money or not making money. I think that's the point that you probably have to figure out a little bit more. Otherwise, it's just a game. So that's where I think it'll be helpful for a panel to understand that big difference.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah. My time's up, I guess.
All right. Now moving on to our fourth and final project is Grow DAO.
No.
I'm Dick Wai Chi, one of the co-founders of Grow DAO project, currently speaking from Vietnam. And I would like to present to you what I think today would be quite revolutionary for the Web3 space in terms of solving problems of Web2. There we go. Yep. Let me know if you can see the slides from your side. I hope so.
No, just see you.
Okay, right. I'll just, okay. Yep, okay, all right. Okay, yep, there we go. Sorry, lost a bit of time. But long story short, Grow DAO itself is an idea of a crowdsourcing platform for talents, building talent development, especially for people who are not necessarily interested or keen on actively participating in Web3 space. So it's an individual launchpad built using blockchain-backed products to humanize Web3, to especially empower those people who maybe want to be future athletes, or singers, artists that previously haven't gained enough sufficient access to the Web2 space through traditional banking means. And yeah, our mission is to accelerate predominantly young people's dreams in different fields of their interests. And yep, we would like to leverage on the onboarding and conversion of the masses of Web2 users into the Web3 space, especially those who would like to venture in some really great activities that are not necessarily Web3 related, but we want to provide them a means of support through Web3 space as well, using blockchain as a gateway. And how we do it is through 4 key pillars. We have membership NFT, and we're thinking about 5K membership NFT to join the Grow DAO platform. And with that, it comes with access, participation in voting ability, and opportunity to be rewarded from platform commissions. And yep. And currently, we are planning to adopt the DAO methodology to vote to approve an individual submission to be listed on the Grow DAO for crowdfunding. And for the fundraising part, this is basically how the flow works. Individuals submit applications and write down the descriptions of what they want to do with it. And then if it's listed on GrowDAO after voting and after DAO voting, and then the fundraising will accept funds in few digital assets, for instance, Ethereum, WBTC, NEAR, and the funds will be split by contract directly to individual platform. And this is our proposed allocation, which is subject to change. And then we have an OG NFT as well, original gangster NFT for the pioneers. And every funder of individual will receive a limited edition of it. And it's also possible to bridge and mint on ETH network. So our competitive advantages are that we are borderless launchpad. We embark on the DAO concept. We have an ecosystem to be one of the talent funds using Web3 technologies. We have the tech people, and we have experience because I've personally done this experimented it through Web2 space as well. But unfortunately, to little avail because of the complications of the bureaucratic hurdles. Especially when it comes to getting a license for crowdfunding from the central bank authorities. And this is our team. So I am actually I've personally been into this talent development space as well, especially in the sports development field. And the rest of our team are developers background. And I'd like to currently open the floor to questions. It's important to know that before I end, that we don't plan to issue any crypto, but we basically plan to use NFT as a way of to compensate our the supporters, financial supporters of the talents, and the platform as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Can you please stop? All right, please stop sharing the screen. I shall now select two panel juries. Let's hear it from Suresh and Dinesh. You are given 1.5 minutes.
I'll let Suresh go first.
Equai. Okay, Equai.
Yes,
Okay, just a question. All right. What makes your project as a DAO project different than those? The existing financial support that has been given to the youngsters who are in the sports arena. Why is it that you have to create this? Why? There are other bodies, right? Like respective countries, they have their own bodies. And, so why is it that you think that yours will be a good place for them to get the funding?
I think the space is, I think the demand of it is so big that the current existing platforms, either by the governments or private sectors, haven't been enough to fill the gap. We hear from time to time, especially in my home country in Malaysia, and I suspect there will be a lot more such cases in especially developing countries that they have a lot of athletes, they work very hard, a lot of talents, they work very hard, and they have problems to gain funding for training. Some of them believe they can make it, and maybe some of them actually turn out to have made it. But many of them share to us the stories of actually having difficulties to access funding, especially when the whole process of traditional funding opportunities are not as transparent. So I think this Web3 space, it offers a very interesting, innovative approach that is fair and that is democratic as well to these people, as long as they can make a good pitch and they can convince the financial supporters on the platform.
But they will end up competing with so many of those sportsmen from all over the world, yeah?
Yep, that's correct. And that's up for them to pitch to convince the other stakeholders on how well they can do. Yep.
The voters for them to get the funding.
Yep, correct, precisely.
Okay, Dinesh.
Hi. I've just
William, is it?
No, it's my turn. Me and you. Technically,
not me.
So, hi. So coming back to my question, I'll keep it very short and simple. Why? Okay, honestly, I feel it's more towards the perspective that you're looking funding to fund and kickstart all these young athletes inside the current market, right?
Yep.
Let's put it in this perspective.
Yep.
There's many other options like GoFundMe, Kickstarters, and all of that. Yep. Why do you want to integrate into a Web3 perspective? By giving up NFTs?
Right. Because there's a lot of new wealth generated by people in the Web3 space. And I believe that there is not such equivalent platform yet to directly support individuals. So I think that itself alone makes it an interesting innovation. And by giving out NFT, I think we can all agree that NFT is a fairer way to compensate the original talent, because like unlike the other things, like you buy a painting, NFT actually gives like a commission to the original holder as well. So I think this is a fair way to compensate people who investors who make the decisions to invest into the talent, and if the talent succeed, their value will grow as well. So this is why we call our NFT Grow Out NFT. They grow. We provide. This is an interesting space for the investors to grow together with the talent. It's not just on a one-off basis, but on a consequential basis.
All right. All right. Time is up. Thank you, project.